We all have different movie genres that we love. We have different movie genres that we hate. But then there's Martin Scorsese versus Marvel. Let's talk about it. Hi, true believers. It is I, Chris Chavez, here with a really bad impression of Stanley. And welcome to another episode of Nerd News, where I bring you all the nerd news so that you don't have to go anywhere else. So in this episode, I wanted to weigh in on the Martin Scorsese versus the comic book movie genre as a whole. In case you're unaware of what's going on, Martin Scorsese went on the record and said a few comments about the comic book genre, the movie genre. And as Heath Ledger's Joker would say, everyone lost their minds. And we all know that Martin Scorsese is a legendary director in his own right. He has many, many amazing movies under his belt, some of which I own, that you own, that we stream once in a while when we see it on Netflix. So the first comment that he said about the comic book genre was as follows. I don't see them. I tried, but it's not cinema. So he said that, everyone kind of lost their minds and they went, no, it's cinema. It's cinema. No, that is cinema. That definitely is. It's cinema. He then commented again about this by saying the following. We shouldn't be invaded by it. We need cinemas to step up and show films that are narrative films. So after these comments went out, he sent out another kind of like clarifying statement of what he actually meant. Martin said, the Marvel type pictures where the theaters become an amusement park, that's a different experience. Martin Scorsese continued by saying, I was saying earlier, it's not cinema, it's something else, whether you go for it or not. So I guess he's saying, listen, it's okay. It's a genre that's good. People like it, but it's what did he call it? It's an amusement park. He thinks of it as just like a, and it's not a serious dramatic kind of piece. But I mean, there are some Marvel movies and some comic book movies that do tug at your heartstring. I mean, look at Infinity War and look at Endgame. Now, everyone has their own rights, their own opinions, and Martin Scorsese definitely has earned his opinions. His movies have shaped the way that certain dramas are filmed, written, and directed today as we speak. Now, some celebrities have also went on the record and kind of responded to these comments. The first celebrity, I love it, it was Sam Jackson. Now, Sam Jackson said this. Everybody doesn't like his stuff either. Short and to the point. And he didn't use the F word. There are other celebrities who also can see both sides of the coin. Number one being Robert Downey Jr. Now, he was on the Howard Stern show a while ago, and Howard asked him about this topic. And Robert said this. I appreciate his opinion because I think it's like anything. We need all the different perspectives so that we can come to a center and move on. And I agree with Robert Downey Jr., to a point here. But movies are like art. Not everyone's going to like the same art piece. Everyone has their own taste, their own style, their own reasons for liking this brush stroke as opposed to this brush stroke. Or in our case, I love the dialogue in this movie, but I hate the dialogue in this movie. You know what I mean? And in Martin Scorsese's defense, his depiction of cinema is, like the stage performance, that realistic, that dialogue, that I'm really invested in this character and I want to see them at their highs, their lows, and then finally their resolution, and just as shaped as a human being, the human condition, if you will. Now, on the comic book side of it, it's those type of movies, they exercise your imagination. They awaken that childlike quality in you, that you believe a man can fly. You believe that someone can run so fast he can run through time, If I lost that childlike quality, imagine how this show would be. Hi, my name is Chris Chavez. Welcome to Nerd News. Here you'll find a collection of all things nerd and news. I hope you enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe. So losing the childlike quality is something that I think we should not lose, and a genre like that just helps to exercise that part of our brains. And the interesting thing about this story is Martin Scorsese was also going to be the producer on Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix's The Joker. But Martin dropped out and before production even started. So can you imagine if, you know, this Joker grounded in reality movie, how big it's doing, how good it's doing the box office. And then he said these quotes. He'd probably be sitting at home thinking about these quotes. I shouldn't have said that. You know, this movie is doing really well. Maybe I can just retract my statement in comic books. Comic books are okay. They're okay. Batman, he's serious. We'll stick with that. Yeah, definitely stick with Batman. Yeah, I don't know why that was Dustin Hoffman for a second there. Definitely don't know why. So Martin Scorsese versus the comic book genre. What do you guys think? What is your input on this story? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. If you want more content, please check out my amazing social media accounts on Twitter and on Instagram. They're great. Check it out. And we're going to finish this episode with a quote that I heard from Mr. Albert Einstein. Albert said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world." Yeah, Einstein was a comic book fan.